Okay, so what I've got?
What? What you got?
Well, I've got these little angle irons here. Come here. So this takes 3 angle irons per side, and what it is you have this here, right? One here, and one here, and then I'm going to put a little piece of this on top of this, right? And what happens is this, well, I have to drill the holes, but what happens is this goes here, and if you see these screws, these holes here, that's where you have the little bolts. But on the here, you have to line up these holes with the little bolts coming out, okay? Now here, you don't see it, but there's 2 rivets. I have to drill them out. The heads are still in there. And if you look here, there and here are these 2. So those snapped off right there. They snapped off when I took this off. This one snapped. They all snapped off. They were really bad. So what I need to do is I need to get and weld this all, you know, do all this stuff here, line up those holes, weld some little bolts sticking up so that when I bring this in, of course this won't be here. I'm gonna have to cut that off. But when I bring this here on top, those little bolts will go through here and they get screwed in from the top. Okay. So what's going to have to happen is here, this is going to be fiberglass. This is going to be fiberglass thin, and this is going to be fiberglass thin, right? So I think what I'll do is I think I'm going to mix up some Bondo.
Yep.
To put in between here and down here in the bottom. So once I get this thing welded in here, all the little bolts lined up and everything, what I'll do is I'll put Bondo in here, stick this down in there, right? And then this will help line up everything. Well, it has to go here. Once it's lined up, I will lift this up and let this set here and here. And then after that's done, then I will come in with some fiberglass and put it on top of everything here so that the fiberglass hangs on to this side, and these bars going across here. Okay? So, yeah. Now if you look over here, this one here was all broken and stuff, but as you can see, there's a piece of metal in here that's wrapped around in fiberglass. So I'm gonna have to drill these things out of here and put in new little bolts to hang on to this. And so what I'm gonna have to do is drill them out. You know, I might have to cut this thing out. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, maybe what I'll do is I'll bring this. Well, I don't know. I might have to cut a little wider piece so I can weld this to this metal. Yeah. So I'll probably cut a little strip here, weld them in here, and then re-fiberglass when I do that side over there. Anyway, that's the plan, and we'll show you how it goes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So we update you later.
We'll update you later. Okay, so what I did here is I went ahead and cut and down to the metal, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and cut the head off and leave the little washer looking thing in here and weld it here. Okay, and I did the same thing over on this side. So instead of tearing this whole thing out, get the metal out, put them in there, and I'm just gonna take this thing like this, cut the head off, and put those there. So I need 2 here, 2 on that side, and then this, or rivets, same thing over there. I have to get them out. They're still there. And then what I need to do is I need to line this thing up. Well, I need to cut this off of here. And this thing here, I need to cut it off. Take this thing here, put this on top, matching these holes and these little bolts down here. And then what I'll do is take these holes, mark them here, and drill them, and then this can move to wherever it needs to be. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so what I discovered is originally I had cut off this nut part of it, just left the washer, and it was very hard to hold, and it was just a mess. So what I did is I took the step drill and went to the second one, and that was big enough to allow this to go in like this. Now I can go and be flush. So now I went ahead and started cutting this. I'm going to cut it off. Now, and here's the problem. I made a mistake. This here I had put on this side, which put these things into different things, so I had to cut them off anyway, because this actually goes here. And I didn't realize this at the time, but here is another little bolt, so I have to work on this too. But I'm going to clean this thing up, put 2 of those to fit this, weld these around the edge here, and this way it'll go further down and closer to where it needs to be. So yeah, I will show you after I do these things. Right now I'm going to change this thing because I need another one.
Okay.
All right, I'll update you.
How's it going?
So what I discovered is if you cut a hole a little bit bigger than the head, since this one has a built-in washer, right, it fits right in there, and then you weld it, and then it leaves it at the same level. You know, so I'm going to do this last one. If you look here, it's where it needs to be, and then by the time you put the fiberglass and everything, it'll be the same level as this, right? So after I'm done, I'll clean this thing up, and then I need to do one here and one here. So here I'll put these 2 here like this. I'll put it in here, line it up with this, then draw the holes, and then I'll put a little bolts in there.
Okay.
And same thing with this here. It'll take another one right here, and then this side will be done, and then we do that one there, and then the only thing that we'll need is well, put the bando in the fiberglass, and then put the rivets last.
Okay.
So let me get this one here done. Okay guys, so there it is. We've got 2 there, 1 here, 3 here, 2 rivets that will go there later, and I just need to put 2 here, except that I just welded that little angle iron with a little piece on top, and it's hot. So it's 5 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and go home, and tomorrow it'll be cold, and I can, you know, take the marker, put it through the hole, mark it, and then put some holes for the for those little bolts to go through. Yeah. And then what I'll do is once I have all this here, then I can put some Bondo in there. Make sure that it grabs a hold of those angle iron there. And then when that dries, which we'll leave it for 24 hours, then we'll get some fiberglass and fiberglass all of this in here on both sides and on top. All right, same thing with this one and same thing with these here. Yeah. And then I'll turn it around and do this other side over here. Yeah, so the same thing will happen to this thing here. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, tomorrow's another day. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย